All right, I gotta try to look at that side of the camera. Kind of hard. So this is live, guys. This is, if you got any questions you want to ask me about the carpet cleaning business, um, now's the time to ask. All right. Let me get my coffee real quick. All right, one person. So this is gonna be the kind of a question and answers deal. If you got any questions about the business, if you're in the business, if you got any concerns about the business, I don't know, chemistry, business model. I'm warming up my coffee right now. One second. Let's see what that's. Okay, so I just lost that question. Here it is. It's got a truss mount getting installed this week. My question is, the right time to add van. What's the right time to add van? So you got a truck mount and you're getting this installed and you don't have a van. Are you gonna put in a trailer or? So I guess it all depends on your budget and if you're getting that phone to ring. So you're doing VLM, obviously okay, here we go. Oh, okay. So if you're, as you know, I still have one van. I'm gonna be adding a van this year. Finally, I said that last year. But, I mean, it's all about the numbers, guys. We didn't get into this business to live paycheck by paycheck. We didn't start our own business to do that. We started our business so we can have the freedom of being able to live a better life, right? So when is the best time to add what's that Washington Pro? A van? Well, when it makes sense, all right? So don't put yourself in a situation that you're gonna stress yourself out. If you're getting a van and you got these van payments, and these things can be pricey. So make sure that, a good rule of thumb, guys, is that if you can afford it 3 times, then go for it. All right? As we know in this business, we're gonna have the slow seasons toward the end of the year, okay? In most places. So think about that, all right? So if you don't need it, don't add it. But I've always been a true believer is being prepared for success. So when opportunity arises, if you're prepared for that when it arises, then you can meet it, right? So kind of a law of attraction type of person I am. You you grow and things start coming to you, all right? It starts being adequate to your situation. So anyway, rule of thumb, make sure you can make that payment easily, okay? Don't get yourself stressed out because you might as well just go work for somebody else. I see so many people, they're making a great living, but all of a sudden they're just going off. And now they're living paycheck by paycheck again, and to me, that's not worth it. Okay. Gotta figure out how to. What's visible? Walmart van cash, truck amount, no expense. Yeah, hire a helper. You know, guys, and if you're actually starting out in your business and you're coming across these large jobs, and everybody you know has jobs, right? It's hard to find employees. Start booking your jobs, your bigger jobs, on the weekend when your friends and family are not working, and pay them well. You know, if you got a $2,000 job and it's going to take you 6 hours to do, why not pay somebody $40 an hour? You know, that'll get them out of the house to help you out and make that 6 hour job turn into a 4 hour job. I think that's well worth it. So I'm drinking some coffee. My late 5:25. Usually I drink some coffee and go to the gym and work out in my garage. But I'm trying to take a couple days off because, man. So I wish I could see a live kind of a feed here on more questions. Here we go. Tab. Just stop to decide what's up. So Washington Pro carpet cleaning, guys. If you haven't subscribed to his channel, he's Anthony's add a new van to the fleet for expansion. He's really versed in VLM. You know, he's been doing it a long time, so that's a good guy to follow if you want to learn how. If you want to see a guy do it every day, okay? Because you know people are starting out in the business and are so paranoid. I was, when I say we, I was too. So paranoid of what the customers are going to think about your equipment. You know, there's guys that do it every day and they make a great living, and he's one of them. Washington Pro carpet cleaning. Polly. Yeah, that's what I do, Bobby. Same thing. Part-time helpers on the weekends and bigger jobs. And my wife, you know, she works with me during the week when she can. Other than that, I'll run solo, but you know, I make sure I schedule smart. There is a way to schedule, guys, that you can make that maximum amount of money. Sometimes it takes a while to figure it out. It took me a while to figure it out. But start being smart when you schedule your job so you can make that, you know, $800,000 a day plus, you know. When I say a day, I only work up to 4 hours, guys. So you can make $1,600 a day carpet cleaning if you're going to work an 8-hour day. If you're looking to hire somebody to work and that's what's tough about me finding an employee, because I have to train them and I don't want to work full time. So I have to figure that out. But if you're gonna work 8-hour days and you're gonna have a helper, you can pay that helper good money. Because if you're making $1,600 and you pay the helper, I don't know, $300, I mean, he's gonna be happy. So I guess the role of hiring people to help you is treat them well, because not many people seem to want to work nowadays. But if they're, you know, making good money, you know. Okay, so Kevin Hunt, he's just starting out business. Best way to get business, and how much should he charge? So that's the magic questions, right? You got to have a good business model to start off with. Um, don't make the same mistakes that 90% of the carpet cleaners make when they first start out. Having a good business model and following a good business model, knowing how to price yourself so you're not attracting the wrong type of customers, price shoppers, and trash carpets where they don't want to pay. So you gotta set yourself up right, and it's just a few things you need to do that. I do offer a course that teaches you step by step how to do all that stuff. If you watch my videos, you know that. But in general, you just need to set yourself up as a quality carpet cleaner, right? And that comes with pricing correctly, uh, presenting yourself correctly, and obviously quality cleaning. So those three things. In order to get business, I mean, when you're first starting out, you do all you can do to get business. All right, you got to do all you can do. I mean, from giving out cards to people you know. All right, when I first started out, I was doing door-to-door estimates, right? I do that on the weekends. I was working a full-time job. I book a couple jobs for the following week or during the week. All right, that would make me an additional, back then when I wasn't even charging right, it would make me an additional $400 a week on top of whatever I was making off that my full-time job, right? And then I went ahead and put stuff on Craigslist. And surprisingly enough, I got some calls off Craigslist. I wasn't, ringing off the hook, but every now and then, I get a call from there. And that's back when it was free. Now it's like $5. I think it's even better now because it's $5. It's not everybody and the grandmother is posting on there anymore. So less competition when it comes to that. But, Google Ads is your golden ticket, guys. You guys gotta know how to build that ad, right? So you're not wasting a lot of money. That's gonna be what's gonna get that ball rolling, all right? And from there on out, you need to just really focus on retaining your customers, turning that customer into a client. And there's a technique. It's just called being a good human being. You gotta be really, customer service has to be, over the top. Talking to the customer, making them like you, making the customer like you, doing your best. You can't win everybody over, but just having that good conversational skills with your customers, and just being able to relate to your customers in some ways. Nowadays there's so much division going on in this world, in this country, and we seem to forget all the commonalities that we all do have. All right, so we got so much separation, but we forget about all the things that actually we have in common with each other. So I seem to find a way to find something in common with whoever I'm working for at that particular time. Have a little conversation. Hey, if I see a car that I truly like, then I'm gonna say, you know what, I love that car. And talk about it a little bit. People like who like them. That's the key, right? People love people who like them. So once you do that, present yourself right, professional, because I don't know how many times I hear, I just didn't like the guy. I just didn't like the guy from my actually customers, so they decided to use me, and I turned them into my clients. So appearance, personality. I mean, you don't have to be the over-the-top personality person. I'm not. But it's funny when you start working for yourself, you have so much pride in your business, it just naturally comes out. So you're gonna find yourself being a little bit more with the gift of gab, when it comes to once you get through being really nervous in somebody's house. Because I know when you're gonna start working your first jobs, you're gonna be really nervous. You're thinking you're gonna ruin carpets. Okay, this is one truth about carpet cleaning, guys. I'm gonna give you one truth that matches with the title. Carpet cleaning is not that difficult. It is not rocket science. Okay, you don't have to be like this. You know, I was, and I understand, but it's not. There's a way you can approach carpet cleaning that takes the stress out of it, 99% of the stress out of it. You're always gonna run into little obstacles, but it's really not that complicated, guys. There's these courses out there, you know, that are very beneficial. If you wanna learn the whole ins and outs of carpet cleaning as far as chemistries and, I don't know, getting really complex into carpet cleaning in every situation possible with a bunch of different solutions and stuff like that. There's courses you can take out there, like ICRC courses, right? I don't want to talk bad about ICRC courses because it is all information and knowledge. But 90% of the stuff in there, well, a lot of people that I talk to come out of there, they're more confused and more just scared as they were when they walked in, you know? What I say is carpet cleaning is not that difficult because you can usually use one solution to do 90% of your work as far as cleaning that carpet. You know, people think, oh, because they have nylon, they need to use this chemistry. Because they have polyester, they need to use this chemistry. They got wool, they need to use this chemistry, right? They got cotton, you know, well, it gets a little, you know, if we're dealing with cottons and stuff like that on upholstery, rugs and stuff like that, you gotta be a little bit more careful. But if we're just talking wall-to-wall carpet, one solution and a booster product is all you need. If you watch my channel, you see what I use on a daily. And when I need something with, like if it's greasy, it's really, really bad, and it's usually like apartments, like for instance, you become a detective too as a carpet cleaner, okay? So you show up at a place, you're walking in an apartment where they have big old parking lots out there, all these cars out there, and half of them are kind of old, they're leaking oil. People are walking through that oil, walking into the apartment, and what are they doing? Transferring that oil into the carpet. Now they got big walkways that are all dark. What do you think that is? Well, it's oil, okay? So I would consider that kind of like a rat nasty, you know? So what I would do is make sure I have the solution that cuts grease, cuts oil. So have a booster product, you boost your regular product. So if you show up there, you already have your pre-spray mixed up, and you notice something like that, you get something that you only have to add 2 to 4 ounces per gallon to. Go ahead and spray it down, agitate it, extract. You know, and sometimes when it's really bad, you may have to go over that twice. But don't beat yourself up, you know, if you don't get it perfect, because you know, some of these places are horrible. And I've had trial and errors, you know, of situations like that, but they were learning experiences, right? So depending on your chemistry, you get a neutral pH or something just above neutral pH. That way you don't have to worry about rinses. If you're a VLM guy, right, you don't have to worry about rinsing. If you're a hot water extraction guy, you don't have to worry about rinsing. A rinse is an acid solution that balances out your pH. So you walk into a rat nasty, okay? It's bad. So you say, no, I'm gonna go with high pH. 10, right? 7's a neutral pH, guys. 10. You put that pre-spray down, agitate, and you go to extract. How do we balance that out? We use an acid rinse. Someone's about 3 or 4. It balances it out to around 7. Between 6 and 8 is neutral pH. So that keeps it to where there's, you know, the residue, you know, I have a residue problem and stuff like that. Basically, resoiling problems is what you're gonna have when you're using high pHs. Anybody got any more questions? Come on. Let me see. Never be afraid to say no. Yeah, don't be afraid to turn down customers, because customers, you're gonna have, especially when you first start out, it's like the world is testing you, the universe is testing you. You're gonna walk into the worst situations. Okay, I don't know why it happened, but it's gonna happen. All right, by keeping things simple, keeping it simple, like I do. It's my business model, keeping everything simple, cuts down on that stress. But customers, you can't change. So if a customer's just being, unreasonable and wanting to talk you down in your price and expecting unrealistic expectations, then don't be afraid to say, I don't think I'm the right fit for you. I'm sorry. Have a great day. Trust me, you're probably doing yourself a favor by passing up, even if it's like a $400 job, because if you do all that work and you got to give the money back, you lost all that time for nothing. So some people just can't be happy. I've had that happen before. Went to a house and I did rugs, upholstery, and I was gonna do the tile. I had a follow-up appointment to do the tile, and the couch sofas were white and they were really bad on the seams. Okay, really bad for rich people. And this, guys, this is probably a $2 million home. Cleaned it. Husband was fine. Wife called me back the next day, and just wasn't happy. So with the sofa. So I went over there, and it was like a little bit maybe. So I went over it, and I went over it really thoroughly. And next day, she called me. She said she wasn't happy. I said, you know what, man? This is what I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna go ahead and refund your money on that sofa. I explained to her the situation, but she just doesn't want to listen. So I refunded her the money for the sofa, which was $200, which I should have charged more. Kept the rest of the money for everything else that I did, and decided that I wasn't gonna do her tile for her. So good riddance to her, because that lady was a nightmare. So Google, nowadays, guys, I've been in business full-time now for 4 years, and before that was part-time, working a full-time job. When I talk about business model, I'm talking about attracting those quality customers, okay, middle, upper class customers, and keeping them, retaining them, turn them into your clients. So when you do that, a percentage of those customers are going to turn into your clients. So every year that goes by, that client list is going to keep growing, right? So in turn, every year that goes by, the less you have to advertise. So yeah, all I do now is Google, AdWords, and sometimes I'll turn on that local business when times are slow. Right now, times are crazy. I'm 2 weeks out, been 2 weeks out for the last month and a half now. I went from really slow to crazy. But even in the slow seasons, I don't have to worry. I'm resting, I'm relaxing, even if I do 1 or 2 jobs, because you make so much money in this industry. If your business model is right, you have to how to get this one. You can make plenty of money to where, as long as you don't spend all your money, put your money away. So in the slow seasons, you can just take it and kick back, do 3, 4 jobs a week, and you'll still make enough money with the cushion that you got, if your business model is right. So think about it, guys. If I did 1 job a day, and each one of my jobs were in carpet cleaning, 300. So you're talking $1,500 for 5 days work. If you were to work 6 days, okay, $1,800, right? uh, you're still doing pretty good. I mean, even for around here, I'm getting by. If if I got a nice cushion in the bank, no problems. Sometimes it gets scary, and also in this business, you got to think about not by the day, not by the week. You got to think about by the month. So at the end of the month, figure out what you made. Don't get stressed out if there's a couple of days where you're not getting calls, a week, then it's pretty slow. Wait till the end of the month, and you'll know where you stand, okay? Because it's crazy. Probably with any service business like this, you can have a slow week, and then all of a sudden the rest of the month is crazy. So. So Washington Pro, Paul, yeah, tax deadline tomorrow. Not here in California. We actually got until October. Hey, you know. So we got till October in California. I don't plan on waiting that long, but yeah, we got some kind of extension thing going on. But expenses for me, only expense really has went up for me. Gas has went up, everywhere, especially here on Central Coast, California. But I think I'm good. I think what I do, Paul, instead of what I do, instead of raising my prices up again, because I'm at 50. I'm chasing you. I'm copying you because I remember I talked to you about a year ago, and I was at $40 a room, and you said you were at 50, and then you said you were at $200 minimums, and I was at 150. Well, I'm with you now. I copied you, man, and I'm glad I did. That $200 minimum, guys, did not make a difference. So I went from $150 minimum to $200 minimum, and I thought I'd lose a bunch of work, and it's not the case. Just is not the case. So if you can raise your price up to $75 a room, go for it. Let me know how it works. I'm gonna have to copy you, Paul. So I do have business cards. Is it to Mars, I guess. MBRs. I do have business cards, and I do get business off of them just by when I'm working at somebody's house. Somebody comes up to me, a neighbor or something like that. Hey, can I get a card? Matter of fact, I just got a huge tile job I did on Saturday, and that was a decent sized tile job. It was just under, well, it's 1,000 square foot. It was about 1,400 bucks, I think. And I gave them a little discount because it was an estimate I gave you a couple years back, but they've been using me for back when my prices were lower for tile cleaning. I gave them a little break, but it was still awesome. Me and Edwin knocked it out in 3.5 hours, and we made 1,400 bucks. So, well, the neighbor, and these are in large houses, 3,000 square foot houses, and the neighbor came over, asked for my card. He said he had 3,000 square foot of tile. He's ready to get it cleaned. I said, all right, well, sounds good. Take a look at this guy's tile tomorrow, and then give me a call. So I got a missed call from him. I'm gonna call him back tomorrow and make an appointment on that. So that's gonna be nice. 3,000 square foot, $1.50 square foot. You do the math. That'll probably take us probably about 5 hours. That's a long day for me. All right, so growing company LLC, me and Washington Pro inspired him and got him going. He's He's doing great. He's glad he's did. Hey, no problem, man. So, what I was gonna say is, for me, I've utilized a technique on my pricing that really, I know I'm a $50 room guy now, but the way I charge now actually brought it up to more like a $60 room guy because of just my technique of charging now. I'm not is open about my pricing to the customers anymore. So I don't post my prices on my website no more. I used to do that, took that down. Now my mindset is the price I give you is the price it is. Do you want to book it? Do you don't? But there is a but there is how much for you to restructure my business. Restructure it? Huh? You follow my course, and it'll show you how to restructure your business for that business model. Okay, so anyway, a course called $200 to $300 an hour carpet cleaning. I created, and what it is, it's a technique of taking over the phone quote, giving over the phone quotes, and also setting yourself up for a nice up ticket when you show up to the house without having a pushy sales tactic. So my technique is sales without sales, really. Okay, and although I'm a $50 room guy, it's actually more than that. It's how I take how I give the quote, the questions I ask the customers. I just tally it up, and this is how I tally it up. And it isn't exactly like a $50 room model, but that's my standard. So that's how I brought my ticket up to it's actually more than $50 a room. So basically, it's if I was doing 4 rooms, it'd be about $60 a room, you know. But I don't calculate it like that. So you'd have to take the course to find that one out, guys. I mean, I give a lot of information away, put a lot of work into this stuff, and right now I think it's only like 189 or something like that. You'd make that in your first job, 1 or 2 jobs. Okay, you'll make that back, and then it's all profits from there. I got a couple students that say some great things about it already, so I stand behind it. And guys, I'm not going to sell anything that I'm truly passionate about, and I think that works, because I got to think about my reputation, man. I'm on here every day trying to build my YouTube channel and help people. If I start being dishonest to people and start cheating people, man, it's not good for me. There's a lot of people that are out there that saying, maybe I'm being, well, I'm not saying that, but I'm getting this idea. I think somebody said something, and I thought to myself, I wonder if people are thinking that I'm being dishonest with people when I say I can make $200 to $300 carpet cleaning, strictly carpet cleaning. We're not talking tile cleaning, upholstery cleaning, hardwood floor cleaning. I'm talking strictly carpet cleaning, making that type of money. And it's just a simple technique that I do to do that. But you do have to be around the $40 to $50 room, $40 or up guy to do that. Oh. So a good landing page is something to start off with. So if you're going to do Google Ads and stuff, a good landing page is definitely something that you have to, that you can start off with that, and you can start working on your website and start building it from there. You want to have a website. You want to start building on a website, and I show you how to do that. I'll just tell you right now, you can build a great website off GoDaddy. I did, and and I'm right up there in the top in everything I want to rank for. So you can do all your SEO on there and everything like that. But to start off with, yes, go ahead and get yourself a landing page and make sure you have a nice professional landing page. So when people do click on your ad and go there, they don't get turned off by it. So it needs to look professional. You got to have good call to actions there. Your phone number right there on the top. You know, you don't want to lose them from there. So make sure it looks very professional. No, I thought about that when I was a couple years ago, when I was definitely not trying to be prepared to be in kind of any kind of franchise or in any other cities. As of now, I'm not. Now I'm not thinking about that. I just I want to build this. I want to build my business up so concrete in my area to where I can just continue it. You know, handing it down. You know, if you know the younger, the kids want to continue it. It's funny because I don't understand people's mentality. You know, I got a kid that is living paycheck to paycheck, and I'm trying to motivate him. You know, I can motivate a lot of people out in the world, but I can't motivate the people closest to me. You know, I talk about that, guys. If you took my course, the people closest to you are going to have the less faith in you. The people that you wouldn't think, they're going to be the great supporters, and actually the ones that actually going to listen. So I don't know what it is about family and friends. They just know you too long, seen you fart too much or something. I don't know. But he'll probably get his head out of his butt, but he'll be ready for him if he wants to. If not, I'll have to sell it. Yeah, it's a great family business, Sunny Miami. If I'm touching the screen, guys, because I have to touch it to keep the comments on. Wow, Sunny Miami, huh? He's got 10 vans, 2 million a year. Man, awesome, guys. So if you think you can't become a millionaire being a carpet cleaner, a lot of millionaires out there carpet cleaning. That's one of them. That's Spotless. What's up, Spotless Carpet Cleaning? I think he's in my Facebook group. I think so. Might even be a student. So if you guys are watching this and you're not a subscriber, subscribe. All I do is give content out. All I do is give information out for the new guys. You know, I'm really focusing on the new guys in the business because I know those people are entrepreneurs and they're trying to get a break and they're pushing and they see something, they're grabbing it. But a lot of times when you go to grab something and you can't get a good grip, you just let go and keep moving on. Well, I'm trying to help you get that good grip by giving you information that I wish I would have had, at an earlier age. Service industry. I don't care if it's carpet cleaning, if you want to just get straight into tile cleaning, or if you want to be a landscaper, or if you want to be even a window washer. Service industry, I believe, is the most gratifying. It's I went through retail and selling stuff. That was not satisfying at all. Appreciate that, Sunny Miami. Man, I'm jealous of Miami beach views. I tell you what, Diego, he's part of our Facebook group, cleanup, and he's showing all kinds of views. I'm so chill. I just want to go right along with him so I can see the views. Another guy said that too. I totally right. Yeah, so spotless carpet. Yeah, so it's not an overnight, it's not a get rich quick scheme. Okay. So um you're gonna have to put some work into this business or any business. They say that entrepreneurship is really hard and like 90% of the people aren't gonna make it. Yeah, but a lot of that has to do with just not having the information. So you have to have that drive. You have to have that drive. I always say this. This is my skill. If you're willing to put on a collared shirt, get a binder or a folder with a bunch of cards, and go door to door, go to a neighborhood where you want to get customers, go door to door, then you're ready. If you're willing to do that, and you go do that, then you're ready because you're willing to get you know, your hands dirty and get out there and get that work. And a lot of people don't have, they don't. That's just too much. They don't want to have to do that. Nobody wants to do that. But when you got to do it, you got to do it. So when you can get to that point, then you're ready. So all you need to do is never quit. Follow somebody that's doing what you want to do, and just copy what they're doing because if they're doing it, being successful, you can too. Yeah, yeah. Credit is 100% important, especially if you got no money to start your business. Start building your credit now. It's not hard. I also have that in my course, how to rebuild your credit. It comes free. All right, Paul, Washington Pro. Thanks for watching, man. Have a good one. Policy, yeah. Okay, so any questions that you guys are worried about in the starting out here? Now's the time to ask. If I know it, I'll tell you. So anybody who's starting a business, if you think you're not going to have to advertise, it's not true. You're going to have to advertise. Okay. Now the budgets are different from the areas that you're in, but there's smart ways to advertise. Advertising to where you pay after is pretty smart. So you're only paying for what you use. So that's why Google Ads is so great, because you only pay if somebody clicks on your ad. The key is once they click on your ad and they go to your landing page, they actually call you. So make sure again that landing page is professional looking. Yeah, you can get a great clean using a towel wand instead of a spinner. Of course, don't let not having a spinner stop you. It's just going to take you a little bit longer. How do you, yeah, how, how you love your truck mount? I love my truck mount. Getting that brand new truck mount just took so much stress. Everything's been smooth ever since. I bought a used truck mount and I had to put a lot of money into it just to get it going. But it got me started, man. For the first 3 years of me even doing any business, I used that used Boxer 421. And it just got to a point that last year to where it was just so much going wrong with it. And I said, you know what? Next year I'm going to focus more on tile. So I need something that I can depend on more. And when I ahead and got this, man, and it was the best decision. Titan 425. Butlers, yeah, I've heard good things about Butlers. Yes, House Call Pro. If you don't have some kind of app like House Call Pro, then you're dropping the ball. Trust me, that's going to help you build your business and build that business model we're talking about. You got to have that business model and that presentation and little bells and whistles like that. Really impresses the customers. They love the notifications. They love they love all that stuff. The invoices. It's all right. You can do your thing. I'm just doing a live right now. Being on the invoice, everything digital. Definitely don't let the price discourage you guys, because if we're talking 60, 70, whatever it costs now a month, I mean, how much is that? I mean, you can make that in 15, 20 minutes, right? 15, 20 minutes out of your month to pay for that thing. Just quit it. Don't skimp on that. That's really important. Yeah, the El Diablo, guy here locally has one of those. Lots of heat. Lots of heat. What?
You have the TV on in the garage?
Do I have it on? No.
It's playing.
Really? Well, that's odd. So my business exit strategy, 10 years. I'm working on a number of things to where I want to get to a point to where less manual labor. Okay. So I'm going to build my business up and either have it taken over or sell it when I'm ready to go or ready to quit. But I want to build up my other businesses in order, to maintain it. My ultimate goal is kind of do this kind of coaching, my school. I'm doing a lot with my school. My school's been awesome. So I'm going to build up my YouTube channel and make everything branch off that to where it grows to where I can actually live without having to actually go out there and clean carpets myself and to have other people do it. I'm not the type of person that has a certain age to where I want to retire, because I don't personally feel that I'm ever going to retire, because I always have to keep doing something. This is retirement to me. So until my body breaks down, until I physically and mentally can't do this or whatever I'm doing, that's what's going to stop me. People have, everybody's different up here. And I've learned this about myself, that I always have to have something going in my life to keep my mental stability good. So I've been through depression. I've been through, a lot in my life. And I kind of figured it out. I know what keeps me going. And so it can either be in a positive or it can be in a negative, right? I'm at the positive side, and when I do something, I go 100% full steam. So that's it, And when I was, younger, I was a wild child, and I think a lot of you guys know my story already. But so that's why I believe if I can do it, so can you. All right, guys. Well, I think we're going. People are 25. All right. So again, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And I'm going to end this one and get out here and do some workout, because, guys, I'm 54 years old. My brain's 30. You know, my body's in pretty damn good shape for my age, and I'm keep pushing myself. So yeah, I could see myself working a long time, but yeah, I'm not going to be owner operator forever. I'm going to have that truck running and another van running, and I'm going to be sitting behind the desk and lining jobs up and you know giving estimates and stuff like that. Because I know to make that next level on money, you need to have guys out, a couple vans out there working 8-hour days. Me, I only want to work 4-hour days. So I know I'm capping myself off, guys. I know it. But what's the trade off here? What's the trade off here? I make plenty of money working 4-hour days. Do I want to work 8-hour days, make a whole crap load of money, but beat myself up and be just tired and miserable? You got to figure out what your business, what you want, what what you want out of life, and build your business around that. So I don't plan on going out there and once. See, I book out actually 2 weeks. I could work these 8-hour days. I could just cram on one week, but I don't want to do that. All right, I'm not trying to kill myself. I worked many years for other people, and I feel retired now. To sum it up, I feel retired now because I'm doing what I love. I can't wait to wake up and do it. You know, and I pick and choose hours I want to work, days I want to work, and life's good, guys. So if you're thinking about this, or if you're just starting out, don't give up. Keep pushing. You're gonna go through these up and downs, but as long as you don't give up, it's gonna get like this. It's always gonna be up and downs, but it's gonna get higher and higher and higher. You know, and what can I say? You see me grow up in this YouTube channel. So, all right, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. I appreciate all you guys watching me on a daily. Sometimes I feel like I'm repetitive on my channel, my videos, and so that's why maybe you don't see as much coming out, because I'm trying to get a little bit more creative for you guys and not be so repetitive. All right. See you in the next one.